Welcome to the 2025 Acura Integra Type S. So the Type S model is nothing new for 2025. It came out last year and nothing has changed, but this is still a super fun and premium car with a lot of punch. So you've got Acura's big grille up front, the big Type S badging here. We also have Acura's awesome jewel eye headlights. So these are all LED daytime running light as well, the blinker. And you've got a nice low wide fascia, and you've got fender flares on here overall as well. So it's about 2.8 inches wider than the regular Integra. This paint is a very nice metallic-y platinum white pearl. I think it looks great. You've got more Type S badging right there. All of the body panels and everything looks really sharp on here if you ask me. We've got Brembo brakes up here, the red Acura Brembo brakes paired with 19-inch wheels on here, and you've got some specific street tires as well. So you're definitely ready for some performance. Dimensionally, it's about 186 inches long. So it is not necessarily super compact. It is a little bit bigger than you would expect, and it's got some good width to it as well. You've got LED turn signals back here with the LED taillights too. Even this specific spoiler built in up here as well, and it's a liftback, more like a hatchback here too. Take a look at this rear diffuser, a triple exhaust outlet. This is pretty aggressive back here, but what do y'all think? Now coming to the back, Acura gives us, it's technically a 5-door liftback, and I like this. I think this is better than a trunk. You've got more space. You've got about 24.5 cubic feet back here. We can fold those seats down, which I will show you. We've got little built-in nets. We've got LED lights on each side, and the ELS Studio 3D. We've got that back here as well. Now under the floor here, all we get is a tire inflator kit. Unfortunately, there is no spare tire with this Integra. You can lift this up. We've got this whole foam piece that you could lift up out of here and maybe put something underneath of that, but that's all that you get. To give you an idea of space with the seats folded, look at that. This is almost like compact crossover status or subcompact crossover type space. That's pretty good, but you still get the sedan looking style. I think it looks quite nice and is very practical. Now for the key fob, Acura gives us the smart key. It'll focus right there. No remote start on this manual, but if you get the tech package with the automatic transmission, then you can get, see if this focuses, then you can get a remote start. But it says Type S on the back here. There you go. This is a nice looking key fob. The smart key system works just on these front doors. We've got this little button right here to lock it, or you put your hand back there to unlock it. And it also has the auto lock walk away function to where the vehicle can automatically lock when you leave the vehicle without you actually needing to press the button or lock it yourself. But let's take a look at these seats. This is the Orchid interior. You've got Type S ingrained into the headrest right there. These look really nice. They've got great bolstering on there. You've got this like micro suede inside of them as well. Down here, we've got 4-way lumbar support, your regular height and tilt adjustment, and your front to back. So this is definitely very nice. The Integra can give you memory settings. We don't have those, but this Type S has just what you need. I mean, these seats are really nicely bolstered. They're very comfortable as well. The steering wheel is a leather wrapped wheel. You've got this kind of semi-perforated section right here with some nice grips on it, and it's just your regular old manual tilt and telescoping. If I can get it to move, there we go, just like that. No memory settings on here, but that is available with the Integra. Now as we climb inside, we've still got nice materials on the door right here, which is good. Up here, this is a hard plastic, you know, not really expected in a $50,000+ car, but that's the way it is. Now in here, there's no centerfold armrest. You just have those built-in cup holders, so it's really more of a 2-seater back here. But let's check out the space. And keep in mind, this is a fairly long car for the class that it's in, about 186 inches long. We've got good knee space. I mean, there's a big cutout right here. My foot space isn't great, but I do have the seat sitting pretty low. There will be USB ports with, I believe, a tech package, but we don't have those, and one map pocket over there. No AC vents back here. You have to rely on those, and there's one negative to this back seat. I'm 5'9", and I cannot sit up tall. This thing is hitting my head pretty solid right now. So it just doesn't work for me. Now let's go ahead and start it up. And one thing I forgot to mention is that this does have heated seats with this button right here. Whoops, I gotta hit the clutch there. Remote start or push button start. Heated seat button is right there for your front seats, alongside your automatic climate control there as well. Dual zone climate control technically. And let's go ahead and talk about the 6-speed in here. So this is a very, very smooth manual transmission. It's been a while since I've driven one. It might have even been the Integra for the last time I drove one. But it's got some pretty short throws. And the reverse is all the way over and down. I prefer the little ring, but this works too. Either way, this is a very nice feeling shifter. It's got like metal up here. It's a short throw. And the section that it's in relative to the cup holders and the other controls, I think works great as well. The clutch also has a pretty low bite point about right there. So there's not a ton of play. So you're good to go with that. There's the setup. Even got a dead pedal right there. And then over here on the doors, up here, soft material. Right here, soft material right there. All nice and soft. Only the front 2 windows are the automatic one touch. Good storage down here, and this is kind of a decent sized bottle holder. It's obviously not gonna fit something massive like a big old Stanley style mug, but that's pretty common. Now in front of us, steering wheel controls, pretty self-explanatory. Everything looks very familiar as far as Honda and Acura layout goes. We've got rain sensing windshield wipers. We have a large 10+ inch cluster. So the way that this works is you can control different information on the left or the right. So a lot of times I'll have my Apple CarPlay showing over there. On this side, we can see different trip computers. You can toggle between A and B, and you can see different information. In fact, there's quite a bit of different information, as you can see us scrolling through here. Even like a G meter, so if you're really cruising around, you can see just how many G's you're pulling. Safety systems, when you turn your cruise on or off, it kind of expands or contracts this interior area as well. In addition to that, there is a small head-up display. You know, it's not as big as others, but for a car like this, I think it works fine. Shows your speed, your cruise, all that stuff shows up there, which is nice. And then the climate controls here, they have a nice little click to them. You know, these vents look a lot like the Civic as well, similar at least. And then we've got the same vent over there, this unique material in here and this soft material down here. So there's nice finishings throughout. Even this dash is a nicer kind of semi-plasticky rubber material, but it's soft. It's not like a hard, scratchy type of plastic. And then we have this 9-inch display right here where we have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Typical Honda and Acura, we have our own dedicated home, back button, volume knob, and even a seeking button right here. And this is kind of like a phone where you can click and drag whatever menu items you want to the bottom, so you have quick access to those, just like that. As far as the backup camera, let's hit reverse here. You've got the typical 3 different views, straight down. So you got a wide, kind of standard, straight down with that. And you've got Sirius XM, you've got USB-A and USB-C ports down there. Plus we've got the ELS Studio 3D audio system, which always sounds pretty darn nice. Down here we've got different drive modes. You can have your own customized individual mode, move this to sport mode, or back to comfort mode. We've got sport and sport plus. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we get driving. Electronic parking brake hold. No manual parking brake or e-brake, surprisingly. The cup holders for a manual transmission are far enough back to where they don't get in the way, and they're very deep, so they sink down quite a bit. So most of you, your containers will probably be lower, and this will be completely unimpeded, which I love. Nice soft armrest, but it is pretty small inside. It's just kind of a deep bin right there. And then the glove box, it's not a lockable glove box, but you've got a little storage there. automatic dimming rearview mirror overhead. We also have LED interior lighting, a little sunglass holder. Surprisingly, no sunroof in this model. And then the visors got a light, plus the whole visor will slide out. And with this body style, one thing is that you lose a little bit on visibility. It's a pretty small, shrunken down window, but I'll take that for a trade-off. You also get blind spot monitoring in the mirror though, which is great. Now under the hood, we get the 2-liter VTEC turbo 4-cylinder engine, and it's got 120 more horsepower than the regular Acura Integra. This one's gonna give us 320 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque with a 6-speed manual transmission. It also has a limited slip differential, improved engine cooling for sustained performance, and a lightweight flywheel for quick throttle response. All right, y'all, we are now behind the wheel of this Integra Type S. And this Type S is honestly a very fun car to drive. That's the primary point of this car. It is front wheel drive, which it is what it is. I'd love to see all wheel drive. I know a lot of you would probably want to see rear wheel drive, but it's still very fun. And for most day-to-day applications, you're not even gonna notice. And the 6-speed is very smooth. It also has rev matching as well, so you don't even have to heel toe and don't have to worry about that. It just does it. So like, just threw it into first gear there real quick and didn't even let off the clutch. It just does it immediately. So that's one thing. This has Acura Watch, their safety system. You've got a great lane keeping system, lane centering technology. We've got the adaptive radar cruise control as well, the auto high beams, plus other features to be included as well. Now, on a day-to-day aspect, driving this Integra Type S, it's got a stiff ride for the most part, but it does have adaptive dampers and will change the drive mode, which will actually influence that as well. The steering, I would say, is great. You know, one thing I praise about the Civic is that it just handles well. It feels very light and tossable, and I'll say the same thing, but even more so, obviously, about this Type S. This also has Brembo front brakes, so you've got good stopping power in here too. Now, one of the other negatives, road noise. Obviously, that's not a priority in this, but it is Acura and it is premium, so you'd think road noise would be a little bit more dulled out, but it's still pretty loud in here. Now, aside from that, this car is an absolute blast to drive. Super fun, smooth, 6-speed manual. It even has active sound design, so we get some extra sound in here, which you'll hear in a little bit. And that turbo comes out strong, comes out very quick. You get a really strong pull. It takes a second, but the turbo range is in the lower RPM range. So like we're at 2,500 right now, and I can feel it pulling. So unlike a naturally aspirated car where you got to keep those RPMs up, you don't have to here. Now I put it in sport mode. I'm gonna throw us down into third gear, just over 3,000 RPM. And that's a strong pull. Very fun. And unless you're really burning out around corners, the front wheel drive is not going to be a deterrent for you. I love the rev matching downshifts as well. We're in Sport Plus now, and it gets stiff. It definitely gets very stiff. We've got stiff steering, stiff suspension, holding those RPMs. We're in third gear. Whoop. And it's a blast. I mean, this Integra Type S, that's exactly what it's for. It's more of a premium experience than the Civic, but it's still very fun. It's just over $50,000, so depending if that's in your budget or not. And I would honestly say if you're gonna get this Type S, probably get the manual. Or if you're gonna get the Integra in general, get the manual, because you can control this car. It's a very nice responding 6-speed, and I've got no complaints as far as the driving dynamics and the sporty aspect of it. It's just very fun. It's kind of a thrill to drive. It's got good sound as well. And to wrap things up with this Type S, if you're looking for a fun, premium feeling sports car that isn't completely gonna break the bank, this is very nice. You know, you can still look at the Civic, obviously, but there's not a lot like this. Front wheel drive too. It's got the lift back, hatchback style. I'd love to know what your thoughts are down below, but it's a very fun, premium car to drive. Excellent handling, driving characteristics, and a fun little 6-speed transmission. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.